It's 1:36 p.m. Sunday. About 20 minutes until the next batch of games for the 2K Combine. And I'm not going to be using my small forward anymore, man. I was using the sharpshooting shot creator, and boy do I like that build. But most of the time I was situated outside the 3-point line, and sometimes since you don't got a high 3-point rating compared to a pure sharpshooter, you don't make a lot of threes. So I switched to the pure sharpshooter just to see how many threes I can make outside. And by the way, you make a ton of threes outside the 3-point line. I mean, it's way more, of course, obviously, because you're a pure sharpshooter. But this is by far the most boring build in this. It's got to be the most boring build in this combine. Now, let me say this about the small forward position, right? You're not really facing any steep competition archetype, guys, man, because everyone's the same build. Everyone's the same weight. So when you talk about speed, yeah, a shot creating slasher and a freaking, what is it, sharpshooting, a slashing defender, those builds are faster. Even a sharpshooting slasher is faster. But because they're the same build and the same weight, they're barely even faster. So pretty much you can really, I haven't really been getting beat on defense. Like, you can pretty much guard every single of the builds at your position. Now, I guess some people might say you might not be facing anybody that's pretty good, but still, you'll be fine guarding people with a pure sharpshooter. So for the small forward position, I feel like it's a battle of who can get open, honestly, because when I'm on defense, this nigga, whoever's at small forward position, is not getting open. There's no way for them to get open unless an off-ball screen is set. They're not really getting open unless, you know, it's on a fast break and someone on my team turns the ball over and obviously I can't get back. They're not really going to be open. And the same thing is said for me on the other end of the court. I mean, I'm fighting to find a way open, because no teammates, if you don't tell your teammates to set an off-ball screen, they will not set that off-ball screen. They only set a screen for the ball handler. And if you try to wrap around, you know, all those screens at the top of the key, the point guard sometimes doesn't even see you. Now, there are games where I've had a great point guard. I mean, there was one last game I played like last night before the combine, and I think this guy said he had 28 assists. He was dishing and diming, and I was making my shots, I was banging, but that's if you can get open. So a lot of that, you know, for a pure sharpshooter at small forward, every time someone shoots the ball on the other team, you're trying to get up the court and get an open basket, because you know you're not going to get open that easy, man. And even when you get open, like I've always said, man, the pass might not even be there. People don't see that pass, man. People don't see you open, and it is frustrating when you actually finally get open and you don't receive the pass, or someone on your team doesn't make that extra pass, because you know you're not going to have any opportunity. But in reality, honestly, you're playing really good. You're playing really great team basketball. Even though the stats might not say it, I'm only averaging 16 points per game, about 3.5 rebounds and 3.5 assists a game, shooting 57%, 54% from 3, 90% from the free throw line. Those stats are not amazing stats by any means. I mean, you got teams scoring 100 points and you only got averaging about 16 points per game. Those stats are not impressive in any way, but the impact on the court is there. My man is not beating the team. My man is not scoring a lot of points. He's scoring under 10 points per game. I'm doing my job. I'm actually the one setting off-ball screens for teammates. And, yo, you can only do so much as a pure sharpshooter, man. So, I think this build is definitely great in a team environment. You need a pure sharpshooter definitely behind the arc. Someone to make threes. But from playing this combine, everything is scored in the paint. It's crazy. But the paint is one of the most, I've never seen so many points scored. Like, first of all, you got the point guard going into the paint. I mean, I've seen so many people on the opposing team, even on my team, the point guard is literally going into the paint, scoring at will. Now, it seems like there's a lot of people using a playmaking slasher, which is crazy to me, because I don't know, they're making a ton of shots in the paint. Even big men are making hella shots in the paint, dunking, getting rebounds. Listen, the big men are literally sitting there posting up in the paint, waiting to receive the ball. And when they get the ball and the whole team collapses on the big men, they're still taking a shot. And sometimes they even make the shot. I mean, it's wild. So I'm sitting here for this next combine, you know, block. I'm going to be on the center, and I'm going to be using a pure rim protector, man. Because the amount of shots being made in the paint is unacceptable. I just refuse to believe this many people are scoring so easily at will in the paint. Non-shooting non-slashing builds. I don't even know what builds some of these niggas are, but everybody is making shots in the paint, and that's really the biggest problem on every team so far. It seems like no one can defend in the paint, and then after defending, you gotta get the rebound. And everyone's, listen, like I said, everyone's the same build, same weight, so you gotta take into effect that maybe nobody really has an advantage at rebounding. Sometimes you just gotta have the better positioning. But it's definitely going to be interesting to see what type of defense I can do with this pure rim protector. Because remember, I made a paint protector last year in 2K17 and I loved it. And I went back to it like a week ago and I'm not loving it anymore. But I'm trying to see if a pure rim protector is really worth it, man. But anyways, man, let me know what you think in the comment section, man. Do you also believe that the pure sharpshooter is the most boring build? Oh, obviously it's the most boring build. But I think when a shooting guard and small forward, there's only so much you can do. I mean, it's only so much you can do. I mean, it's difficult to get open without any help with your teammates, man. And people don't really set those off-ball screens. I think there was 1 game, 2 games where a shooting guard was setting off-ball screens, and also the center was setting some off-ball screens, which is good, man. It's good to see because that's what you got to do, man. It's little things like that people are going to be watching the 2K Combine and be like, this man's setting off-ball screens, man. He knows how to get this offense going. But anyways, like I said, man, leave a like for more. I'm out for now. Peace.